So what do you do when you jammed or sprained your thumb?
That hurts.
And it's not as bad that you need to be totally out and you can still probably play. In this video, I'm gonna show you step by step, really easy way for you to actually tape your own thumb. Coming right up. Hey, what's up? It's Michelle, your favorite trainer with Athlete Remedy. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Now, if you're an athlete looking to overcome injury, train smarter, and recover faster with practical tools, then start now by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you know every time a new video drops. So jumping right into things, if you've got a thumb injury that is bothering you and holding you back from playing, this is the taping tutorial for you. Now, in the previous video, I definitely went over, using compression, like a mini compression sleeve technique and buddy taping to be able to, treat a jammed or sprained finger. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and I'll leave a link in the description or in the YouTube card for you to check that out. But I'm going to be applying a similar principle in this tutorial, but keeping it specific to the thumb. Now, the thing about the thumb is obviously it's very different. You can't really do a buddy tape and you need to apply a certain technique to be able to apply enough support, some immobilization, but also help kind of bring that swelling down by keeping things functional. So we're first gonna start using my favorite, the Powerflex. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below with the tapes that I recommend and I'll be using in this video for the tutorial. Okay, so what you want to keep in mind using the Powerflex is that first we're going to start kind of in this corner in between that webbing of the index finger and the thumb. You're going to sort of hold the tip of the tape and then come around so that you have your base. The great thing about this tape is that it does stick to itself. So once you have that first kind of anchor down, then you're just going to repeat. And you're essentially going to do like a half of an 8 figure coming around your thumb. And what you want to keep in mind is that each time you want to be overlapping the tape, kind of about 50% overlap, making sure that you're not pulling too much on the tape because it will usually cause it to become too tight. Remember that this tape is already elastic, and so it's less is more in this case. Once you go around, you want to overlap a little bit and go towards the wrist. And depending on how much support you feel that you need is what's going to determine if you're going to go high up on the thumb towards the tip and high further up onto the wrist. But as you can see there, it should be pretty snug and comfortable. And this is how you do it. So there you have it. As you can see, why I love using the Powerflex, because it sticks to itself. It's really actually makes it easier when you're taping yourself. Finished product feels great. It should feel snug but comfortable. Obviously, it's going to restrict your movement a little bit. The more tape you put on, the more support you have, the more restriction perhaps, and you can definitely move this up a little bit higher onto your wrist to have more support that way, if that's the case for you. Another way that you can apply this same method is by using good old-fashioned sports tape. I've got, I believe, about a 1-inch tape of width here. The difference with this though is that obviously this is going to be a little bit more restrictive and provide more support. It's not going to be as functional, and we're not going to get that sort of compression sleeve factor to help with the swelling. But this is definitely something that you can consider if you need more of that support. If you're a football player or rugby and you really are trying to keep that thumb from moving as much, then this might be your go-to. Same thing is going to apply here. You're going to kind of anchor that first strip down and around your wrist, and you're going to come back up around, making sure that you are overlapping that tape each time. Still not trying to pull on it too much because it will become too tight. You want to do about 2 or 3 of these, again overlapping with the tape. Once you're done, you can come around the wrist. I like to do it once or twice. Make sure it's down. Rip it and close it off. Yeah, so it really comes down to personal preference. I mean, this one definitely feels a lot tighter than the one with the Powerflex on, and so I would use this again if you're really trying to restrict that movement and you really need more of that protection. But overall, the same concept applies as far as how you apply the tape. So hopefully that helped you out. Well, if you found this helpful, make sure to drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments section if you found this helpful, if you're gonna try the taping method for the thumb, and let me know how it goes. And remember, all the links and show notes are below in the description, as well as you can check out some of the videos on the playlist in this channel. Let me know if there's something that you want me to cover, and I'd be happy to do it. So until then, remember, don't skip recovery, and I'll see you in the next video.